Oh, they mad. Oh, they so mad. So, only been like, what, 2 or 3 weeks that the president has been in office? And here we go again. Now, this guy here, Al Green, with his pimp cane. Seriously, this guy pimp cane. He's ready to try and impeach Trump. Here we go. Here we go again. This shit is so easy to predict. It's like clockwork. So let's listen to this. And then we're going to get into some of this USAID stuff. The amount of money that's been wasted is amazing. All this is coming out. This is why they're mad, by the way, because the corruption is getting exposed. So they're going hard on it. This is why they had to drag people from their offices. They had to get people, like they had trouble getting people to cooperate at the USAID because, well, they didn't want this shit coming out, and it looks bad. But listen to this.
Today, Mr. Speaker, with a to whom it may concern message. To whom it may concern, ethnic cleansing in Gaza.
Who said that?
Is not a joke.
Nobody said this at all.
Especially when it
Nobody said this at all.
From the President of the United States, the most powerful person in the world, when he has the ability to perfect what he says.
What a spin job this guy's
doing. Gaza is no joke, and the Prime Minister of Israel should be ashamed, knowing the history of his people, to stand
Guy's a good
there
actor.
and allow such things to be said.
His lips shaking. You see his mouth shaking when he like
has been a crime against humanity. And I stand here today in the well to denounce what was said, to denounce what the president said, to denounce the complicity of the Prime Minister of Israel, and to remind people that Dr. King was right. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. And injustice in Gaza is a threat to justice in the United States of America. I rise to announce that the movement to impeach the president has begun.
Oh, yeah, the movement has begun. Here we go. And for the record, I'm no fan of either side in that conflict. My position has always been, I want America to be first. These are the things that I like. I'm not a fan of going in anywhere. But this dude talks about wanting to impeach Trump over dastardly deeds. That's the first one. That's the first one. And apparently there's a movement behind this. And I'm not sure if he's aware, but there was a movement, and it was the one that got him elected and took over all of the government, basically, to get you clowns out of power.
I rise to announce that I will bring articles of impeachment against the president for dastardly deeds proposed and dastardly deeds done.
Dastardly deeds.
I also rise to say that the impeachment movement is going to be a grass-up movement, not a top-down. The people have got to move forward. The people have to demand it. And when the people demand it, it will be done. I did it before. I laid the foundation for impeachment.
How'd that work out for you? Did you succeed? No.
And it was done. Nobody knows more about it than I.
Embarrassing.
I know that it's time for us to lay the foundation again.
Lay the foundation.
On some issues, it is better to stand alone than not stand at all. On this issue, I stand alone, but I stand for justice. I yield back the balance of my time.
So here we go again. This is funny. It won't go nearly as far as it did last time, at least not yet. What a joke. Same shit. I hope they keep doing it. So this will just bring in more wins politically. Like, these guys are clowns, man. And the reason they're so damn pissed is because the grift is over. The grift is over. This is what Trump was posting over on Truth Social. Looks like billions of dollars have been stolen at the USAID and other agencies, much of it going to pay the fake news media as a payoff for creating good stories about the Democrats. The left-wing rag known as Politico seems to have received $8 million. Did the New York Times receive money? Who else did? These are good questions. Politico got a lot of money. We're going to get into that too. Why is Politico getting $8 million taxpayer dollars? What a bunch of shit. Like this USAID stuff is wild. That's why they're so mad. This is why they're so mad. They're so riled up because the grift is getting exposed. All of them are scammers. This could be the biggest scandal of them all, perhaps the biggest in history. The Democrats can't hide for this one. Too big, too dirty. And oh boy, is it dirty. Remember Gamergate? Politico made hit pieces on Gamergate. This is shit, man. Like this all dropped out yesterday. People have wondered if our tax dollars were used to promote wokeness in video games, and the answer is yes. USAID paid Politico millions per year to write pieces like this one, which promotes diversity and describes Gamergate as a disinformation and harassment campaign. And I'm not going to read this all. Feel free to pause the screen. Here's the second one that's been going around. Your tax dollars paid for this shit. And it's more than just that. Grums is sharing this stuff right here. Look at this from 2/01/24. Just got Gamergate. This is a MAGA world is about to meet Taylor Swift's fandom. It won't go well. Gamergate's in there. Nixon's back again. Gamergate's in there. Here's some more. These are all recent, too. 22, 22, 22, 22. The other one was 24. These are all new. Your tax dollars, this should piss people off. Your tax dollars were funding political propaganda through left-wing outlets, and there were more. Some people were kicking around that like thousands of journalists were paid and shit. There's allegations that left, and I'm saying allegations because I'm not sure if that's true or not, but a lot of people were kicking down the idea that a lot of these bread tubers are getting money through like USAID and stuff. I don't know if that's true or not, but it is kind of funny that you're seeing a lot of the big ones like Vosh and them like beg for money now. Like they know that the fund's about to get cut up. Something like that was already kind of exposed last year. That one guy, I forget his name, but he was begging for money, and turned out he was getting paid from Brianna Wu through something. It's funny how all this shit comes out, doesn't it? We got some more stuff here. Like I went over some of this yesterday, but like here, I'm going to turn the music off because I think it's a copyrighted thing. But look at all this money. Look at all this money going to these countries for social bullshit. Look, $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala. Are you kidding me? You like your tax dollars going to this shit? This business, $6 million for tourism in Egypt. Who cares? Let them fund that themselves. Why are we paying for this? $1.1 million to an Armenian LGBT group. This $1.5 million to promote LGBT advocacy in Jamaica. Look, this is such shit, man, and it goes on and on. Look at all this stuff. There's so much more. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I can't even go through all of the stuff that I've found in a video. It'd be like an hour long. This is insane to me. We were giving the BBC money. Why are we giving the BBC money? What the hell is going on? Listen to this guy. This guy he's a USAID whistleblower. Says he had to take a DEI training course and do a privilege walk.
You started at USAID, and what they do the first thing, did they send you to DEI camp?
Yes, and great to be with you, Jesse. So I didn't get into the agency till February 2018, and this is one of the big differences that we're already seeing that in 2017. Trump administration was very slow to get into the agency. So I get there in February, and we have what's called a privilege walk as part of the orientation, where you are given an identity. Now, I was a Scandinavian woman, and so when they read lines like, I get discriminated against because of government services, or people don't look how I look. So you took a step forward if it applied, and if it didn't. And so I ended up near the front, and the indigenous woman with unwanted pregnancy and the male prostitute were at the other end, and then we talked about our privileges.
All right, so you were trained to be a Scandinavian woman in a privilege walk, not root out corruption. What kind of disguises do they use to fund these projects? I mean, do they just change the names of these things? Is there really some other reason we're doing this?
Yeah, they're very effective at rebranding things. So in the first Trump administration, the priorities were support national interests, as they are now. Another thing was countering terrorism and promoting self-reliance. So I went to a country, just to give one example, they had a feminist women's book club that had been started under the Obama administration. And then they now said this is a counter-terror program because feminist women are key fighters in the battle against terrorism.
Oh, yeah.
Feminist women are key warriors in the battle against terrorism. All right. That's how it was spun. And you see how they slinked it all in and wasted your money on this shit?
Yes.
This should really have people outraged. And it's so funny to see people, like, not even that many. I played this in a video yesterday. They were doing that failed chant. There's a video that actually shows you how small that little rally was. It's a joke. Like, they kind of smushed everybody in to make it look like it was over, like, packed and everybody was there, when really, in reality, nobody was there. I had a couple more, but I think you get the picture of what's going on here. This is why they want to impeach him, because he's going through the grit. He's drained. This time the swamp is getting drained. And I love it. I love it. So, anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. What are your thoughts? Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.